15 things to do in the Lofoten Islands. There is a famous saying from a long time ago that if you fail to experience the islands from the sea, you have not been to Lofoten. Interestingly, there is no shortage of ways to experience just that. You can join a cruise to the famous Trollfjord, take a fishing trip, or explore the small islands in a kayak. Whether you are adventurous and looking for mountain hikes, or you just want to explore cafes, shops, museums and galleries, your time will be well spent. Each session has different things to offer tourists. Thus, it's not only in summer that you'd find something to do in the Lofoten Islands. This video shows 15 things to do in the Lofoten Islands. 1. Go to beaches. Your visit to an island is never complete if you haven't gone to a beach. Lofoten isn't an exception. It's such a place with some of the world's most beautiful beaches. You'll see long stretches of white sand at the banks of a clear aquamarine water. Among the beaches that you can easily get to by car are Haukland Beach, Ramberg Beach, Uttakleiv Beach and Ytresand Beach. By foot is the only way of accessing Kvalvika Beach. Only a ferry can take you to Bunes or Horseid Beach. 2. Go surfing. Don't be surprised by the inclusion of this. The Lofoten Islands are surely an up-and-coming surfing destination, but it certainly has something to offer. Surfers from everywhere are attracted to Ytresand Beach, for instance. Since the water temperature ranges from 46 to 57 degrees Fahrenheit, you need to wear a wetsuit. Also, since the surf is stronger usually during the winter months, they're okay only for those with lots of experience. Those new to surfing may want to give it a try during the summer months when the waves are smaller and the water temperature is a bit higher. 3. Conquer one of the epic hiking trails. Views across the Rocky Mountain peaks from one of the hiking trails will be an unforgettable experience. You need to prepare to work hard because many of the hikes in this place involve climbing to the topmost of a mountain. But you will be rewarded handsomely with the wonderful sight of the Lofoten Islands from the road. Standing on the peak of one or more of these mountains is worthwhile. You may want to try this in Reinebringen, the most popular hike. But never underestimate the challenge, please. Vikten can also provide spectacular views over Kvalvika Beach, while it's a slightly easier hiking trail. 4. Explore towns and fishing villages for the fishing excursion. As you can see, there are a lot of fishing towns and villages to be explored in this archipelago. However, the unique thing about these villages is that they have their unique way of fishing, especially cod. Starting from Svolvær, the home of an airport, a ferry port and the War Museum, to Henningsvær, Reine, Sakrisøy and Hamnøy and those towns and villages are great places to see a class in fishing and photography and to have lunch or dinner made of fish, of course. 5. Eat the local cuisine. The thriving fishing culture of Lofoten is one of the reasons to go there. One of the things to do on the islands is to go and try out cod and seafood on the menus of almost every restaurant there. Of course, nature has explained the reason why seafood, especially cod, dominates Lofoten's cuisine scene. What else can you expect in a place with an abundance of relatively warm water that made people settle there initially? The grilled stockfish is a must-try dish. 6. Go catch a music and culture festival. Several festivals and events in Lofoten are scheduled for the summer. Some of the most popular among them are Stamsund Theatre Festival in May, Trevarafest Music Festival also in May, Kabalvag Market in June, Lofoten International Chamber Music Festival, Lofoten Piano Festival in July, Holafest Music Festival in Svolvær also in July, Viking Festival at Lofoten Viking Museum in August, and Lofoten Country Music Festival in Leknes in September. These are worth your time if you're around during those dates. 7. See the Northern Lights. We know you are sure expecting this. Yes, hardly would anyone visiting these islands not add seeing the Northern Lights to the list of things to do in the Lofoten Islands since they're located in the Arctic Circle. However, you just have to visit between September and April and keep your fingers crossed for clear skies. Then you can marvel at the sight of these lights. You can learn more about this in our other videos about Lofoten Islands. 8. Watch the midnight sun. If you're there between May and August, one of the things to do in the Lofoten Islands is to see the midnight sun. That is the period that the sun is up day and night. It never gets dark during that season. If you want to enjoy the midnight sun in Lofoten, travel during the night to the west coast. There, the sun hovers above the North Sea without ever dipping below the horizon. You can go to places like Eggum, Unstad, Uttakleiv and Gimsøy to observe this. 9. Go fjord kayaking. Kayaking is one of the popular activities in Lofoten. What a fantastic way to experience its coastline. Some guest houses even have kayaks for the guests' use. You can join a kayaking guided tour from places such as Værøy, Kvalvika and Eggum. On such tours, you will kayak along stunning rivers and coastlines for about 2 to 7 hours as the tour guide tells you stories about the history and culture of the area. You do not need any kayaking experience. 10. Visit the last village in Lofoten. The long E10 route terminates in the charming village of O, wedged between the mountains. Pronounced O, the name of this village is the last letter in the Norwegian alphabet. Fittingly, it is the last southernmost town in the Lofoten Islands you can visit via the E10 by car. There you can see the Norwegian Fishing Village Museum, which documents over 250 years of life in the quaint fishing village that once relied solely on cod fishing. 11. Try glass blowing in Vikten. You can visit Glashytta, a building in Vikten. It is a glass blower with an amazing history. In this seaside town, located in the top eastern part of Flakstadøya, toward the end of the R811, you will learn about how the fisherman Asvar Tangrand started crafting unique artifacts such as Lofotruna. It's the symbol of the Lofoten Islands. His artifact features a boat, fish and fishermen. In 1976, he set up Glashytta, or the Glass Hut, which was the first of its kind in northern Norway. 12. See millions of puffins in Værøy. Well, you can travel farther than O and visit 2 more southerly islands if you can go by either ferry or helicopter. One of them is Værøy, the second most southerly island. This is where puffins used to be an important food source, as dogs were employed to help the residents catch the birds. There you can see in Sørland various Viking burial sites and a red wooden church built in 1714, the oldest in Lofoten. Boat trips, cycling and hiking are a necessity in this place. 13. Use a traditional rorbu. Rorbu is a fisherman's cabin that the Lofoten coast has become world famous for. If you've not spent a night in one of these iconic small red wooden huts lining the coast, you haven't visited Lofoten. The huts were used by thousands of fishermen coming to Lofoten when its fishing industry was at its peak to participate in the winter cod fishing. They used to stay in those huts so that they could be close to the sea and their boats, eat and sleep. 14. Mountain skiing. If you visit Lofoten between February and April, when the weather conditions are favourable for skiing, you find a sort of mountain skiing mecca in Lofoten. But remember, the weather in Lofoten is erratic. That can make this activity dangerous there if you're not accompanied by a local guide. Highly experienced skiers can try their skills in guidegalgena, while Torksmannen and Blattinden require little experience in skiing. At Smattindan, skiing is easy for all levels. 15. Go fjord fishing. Finally, you can observe the seascape around Lofoten by going on a fjord fishing. The traditional Norwegian fishing boat MS Simra can take you through this 4-hour trip from Svolvær harbour. You will be provided with everything you need, such as a fishing kit and a safety kit, including a thermal suit and a floating vest. The tour guide will be happy to give you tips on how to fish. We know for sure that there are many more things to do in the Lofoten Islands. Please let this discussion continue by adding what you would love to do there. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell.